Morning all. Today we people will do the next topic, that is 9.6 conservation of momentum. This is your chapter 9 and it is the last topic of this chapter. So to do this topic we people have to derive it. So let us derive it. So let us consider two objects, object A and object B, having masses. Object A is having mass ma and object B is having mass mb, and object A is moving with initial velocity ua and object B is moving with initial velocity ub, and this is before collision. And if no external force is acting on the system, clear, and these two objects are moving in a straight line on the same path. Now let us consider the initial velocity of object A is greater than the initial velocity of object B, that is ua is greater than ub. So after some time what will happen, as this velocity is greater than this object, so they will collide with each other as they are moving in a same line. So during collision what will happen, they will apply force on each other. As we know, according to Newton's third law of motion, that is for every action there will be an equal and opposite reaction. So they will apply force on each other. So if F of AB, this is force on B due to object A, and F of BA, this is force on A due to object B, then next is there will be change in the velocities of the two objects, but the masses will remain the same. So after collision the velocity will be VA for object A and velocity will be BB for object B. Now we know that momentum of object is mass into its velocity. So mass into velocity is momentum of the object. So let us consider, or simply we can see over there, that is before the collision the momentum of object A, this is mass into velocity of object A, this is the initial velocity. And after collision, as there is change in the velocity, so what will happen, the momentum will also change. It will be mass into the final velocity of the object. Similarly for object B, before collision the momentum will be mass into initial velocity, and after collision the momentum will be mass into final velocity. Now by Newton's second law of motion, we know that rate of change of momentum, this is directly proportional to the force applied. This is according to Newton's second law of motion. So force will be change in momentum by time. This is the final momentum and this is the initial momentum of object A by time, and this is force of object A. So similarly for B, same equation will be there. We can take ma common from here, and similarly people will take mb common for object B. Same equation will be there. So we are having two equations, equation 1 and equation 2, and these equations are there due to Newton's second law of motion for object A and object B. Now according to Newton's third law of motion, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So that means force of AB, that is force on object B due to A, this will be negative of the second force. This was the force that was acting on the objects during the collision. So it will be equal and opposite. This is equation number 3. So what we people will do, we people will put equation 1 and 2 in this equation 3. So we people will get this equation, ma va minus ua by t, this is minus of mb bb minus ub by t. So t get cancelled. So we people will left with ma va minus u. This will be equal to negative of mb into vb minus ub. Now let us take this ma and mb inside. It will be ma va minus ma ua. This will be minus of mb vb. Now minus plus of mb ub. Now in next step what we people will do, we will take the terms having va to one side. So va is there and this is mb vb. When we people will take it to this side, this will become positive, and ua and ub, so means we have taken this ua to this side, it will become positive. So ultimately we are having the result MAVA plus MBVB, this is equal to MAUA plus MBUB. This is nothing but it is the total final momentum after the collision, and this is the total initial momentum before the collision of both the objects. So ultimately momentum is conserved during a collision. Thank you.